Welcome, folks. I am Jaby KOAY, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
Hi there.
The new Wonder Woman 1984 trailer has just dropped, and we are going to look at this right freaking now.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do. The time will come, Diana. And everything will be different.
Goosebumps.
Citizens of the world, I'm here to change your life. Anything you want, anything you dream of, you can have it. You look like you saw a ghost. Diana, look at you. It's like not one day has passed.
I don't want to be like anyone. I want to be an apex predator. You've always had everything, while people like me have had nothing. Well, now it's my turn. Get used to it.
I've never been one for rules. The answer is always more. The way I fly, they will never find us.
I forgot to tell you.
What?
Radar.
Will they shoot at us?
Oh.
Barbara, what did you do?
Okay.
You know, I'm not so keen on this one. I figure you are, but you know what? I'm ready to go.
You can do better.
Parachute pants?
Yeah.
Does everybody parachute now?
Oh.
They're doing a great job of bringing back the comedy, the little
Yeah.
humor that was from the first one.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that they're doing it in the same manner as the first one, where the comedy is there, it's very present, but it's not overtaking the movie. It doesn't feel like it's overbearing.
Yeah.
It's there just enough to give you the ha-has in between all the chaos, the story, and the action, and that, by extension, helps keep you engaged with the story and the drama of the movie.
Yeah, of which there is a lot. And I'm really hopeful that the villain here, played by Kristen Wiig, is gonna be someone who is maybe a little bit more complicated, you know what I mean? Because I feel like on some level, we can kind of understand where her character is coming from. Like, she's been the woman who was maybe not considered the most beautiful, the most popular, the most whatever, you know, and now she has this opportunity to be all those things, and she wants to be like the top, and she's taking it to this extreme, but she's coming from a place that we can recognize, you know?
I almost wish they found a way to not show you all the stuff with Kristen Wiig, like her transformation and whatnot. It almost feels like they showed you the entire movie. At least in terms of the plot of the film. Like, you can kind of guess what the plot is, save for how Steve Trevor comes back. Like,
Yes.
they haven't shown you how that works, but like outside of that, it feels like you sort of get the entire plot of the film. That would be my one dig against the trailer, but like, it looks very, very exciting.
Yes.
But like, yeah, like I said, I wish that they reserved the Kristen Wiig revelation of like her becoming this other thing for when you get to the movie.
I mean, we all know that that's what's gonna happen, though.
But you don't need to see it in the trailer. Like, save some things, you know?
Like, you didn't want to see her in like full-on cheetah.
No, not yet.
That was fine.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't want to see it yet because like I'm already signed up to watch the movie.
100%.
Like 1000%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this film. The other trailers already got me on board.
I mean, I was already watching this film the moment I left the theater for Wonder Woman.
Right.
I was already like, if there's a sequel, I'm watching it. I don't care, I'm watching it.
Exactly. Now, I know that not everybody functions that way, and that's what marketing is thinking about and looking out for, but like, you don't have to give everything away. Pedro Pascal is in this as the president, as a politician.
Is he?
His name is Max Lord.
I thought he's just the bad guy.
Well, he was on some kind of looked like a presidential podium of some kind.
He's some sort of powerful person. But
Right.
then this is what I'm wondering as well, because he says something about you can get whatever you want, your
was charismatic.
desires or whatever. But then at that precise moment, Steve Trevor pops up. And so I'm wondering if it's some sort of thing where he grants all your wishes, and then her deepest wish is that she could be reunited with Steve Trevor. Because how do you explain, like, he disappeared in World War I.
Right.
He'd be a really old man now. Like, what? How? I don't care. I'm super happy that he's back
I didn't think about that.
because I love the chemistry between Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, like Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. I am like, yes, so happy. And then I'm so glad that he's there with the comic relief because, like you said, he does it in such a pitch perfect way
Right.
that you're just like, yay, I had a ha-ha. Okay, now back into the drama.
Right, exactly. Pedro Pascal looks like, I didn't come at it from that angle when I was watching it. I didn't think of it as him actually granting wishes. I thought it was more of a charismatic politician who is captivating the people because of his words, and it's just like every other politician. But I didn't really see what separated him from like actual politicians in this trailer. Like, it didn't actually indicate if he had powers, if he was capable of something. Now, bear in mind that I haven't read the comics of Wonder Woman, so
Neither
I don't know the lore in terms of or the backstory rather of Max Lord. But yeah, I mean, nevertheless, Pedro Pascal's a good actor.
He is, yeah.
And so it's fun to have him here. I didn't even know he was in the movie up until this trailer, honestly. I'm slightly mixed about Kristen Wiig, but that might be because of leftover feelings from Ghostbusters. Like, when I saw her in the trailer, I'm like, okay, let's stay open-minded. Let's stay cautiously optimistic. She's a good actress.
She is a good actress.
Let's just stay cautiously optimistic about this because it could be wonderful. And the cheetah thing. What? Go ahead.
Oh no, you carry on first.
I was gonna say the cheetah thing. I'm hoping that looks better when you're watching it in the what do you call it?
The big screen or
in context, like in the scope, with the entire scope of the film, it might feel appropriate, because sometimes you'll see things in a trailer and it'll jump out as like, oh, that's weird, but then you watch it in the movie, you're like, oh, it's not that bad. And so I'm hoping that for this it's the latter, because everything else about this looks so damn good, and because of that, it might, even if it is not great, it might be forgivable, and it's more about the emotional drama. Like,
exactly.
When I watched Black Panther, for instance, you're watching the fight happen near the end of the film, and you know that it's CGI.
Yeah.
And so you just sort of forgive it because you're caught up in the drama of the story more than you're concerned with like how realistic everything looks.
Exactly, and I think that's the thing that I'm more than cautiously optimistic about, because Patty Jenkins is still at the helm of this movie, and she did such a wonderful job with all of the emotional beats in Wonder Woman, that I have every confidence that she has crafted a film here where we're gonna feel emotionally invested. Like, we're already emotionally invested because Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor are back together again.
Right.
And so I'm already like, yeah, that's great. That's an emotional hook right there. And then speaking on Kristen Wiig, once again, I feel that with Patty Jenkins kind of crafting the acting and what's going on, I think that she'll be able to guide Kristen Wiig in a dramatic performance that's gonna be, perfect for the movie and the story that she's telling.
It's just a tall order because of the previous villain, the previous bad guy. I mean, you had the false bad guy and the actual bad guy in the first Wonder Woman, and I feel like that's what they gave away here, was you had your false bad guy, Pedro Pascal, as Max Lord, and then they revealed in the trailer it's Kristen Wiig / Cheetah.
Or it's the other way around. Cheetah is the false bad guy.
Either way, like,
he's the real bad guy.
Either way, you're aware of both of them. And in the first Wonder Woman, you weren't aware of the real bad guy.
Right.
Now, that being said, the real bad guy was such a phenomenal actor. I can't remember his name, but he's been around for years.
Yes.
Like decades, this guy's been around. And so to have Kristen Wiig up against that dude, it's like you got big shoes to fill, And so that's why I'm like, oh, I didn't really get that sense of having that sort of larger-than-life villainous, but maybe that's not what you need. Maybe that was over the top in the first movie and a little bit too cartoony, and so they're going a different direction here. That being said, I think that Kristen Wiig's character, the way they're setting her up here, feels like something you can understand. And that's always good for a three-dimensional villains. Like, you get where she's coming from. You might not agree with her, you might not like her, but you understand her, and that's important. So.
And I think the cool thing as well is, like, she's a villainess, as you said, you know, a female villain, but I wonder if there's also an angle to the story where it's like, you know, as women, let's try and build each other up and not try and tear each other down, which is what the media keeps trying to tell us that we should do. You know, it's like all cat fights and whatnot. But then at the very last scene, Wonder Woman's all like, oh, Barbara, like, what did you do? And I feel like she still has a lot of, you know, care and love for
I
this
really hope the movie does not go that direction.
Really?
Oh my God.
What?
I really hope she just tears her head off by the end of the film.
No.
I do not want them to kiss and make up at the end of this movie.
They don't need to kiss and make up, but like, she doesn't need to rip her a new one. Do you know what I mean?
I want her to rip her tail off and beat her to death with it.
I mean, that would also be an interesting scene, to be fair.